I don't know. Let me see here. But also, you got to understand the swatting thing. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that they did that in Clearwater. Now, you know what? Clearwater, I got to say this, man. 'Cause again, I couldn't figure out if it was in Arizona or if he's, because I know he's in Tampa or whatever, but I didn't know specifically where, what side of the bridge. Like, I haven't been keeping up on that shit. But, Clearwater is a town that's owned entirely by Scientology. Scientologists own Clearwater, and Clearwater is a type of like. I'm just saying it seems unusual because more often than not now, because I mean attempts have been made to do it to me. Um, but if you file a report, you register your phone number with them, you do all that stuff. It's a lot easier in most towns, like towns where I live and other towns that are a little more constitutionally sound. They're not going to just go kicking doors in. They're not. Um, Particularly when you register your name and address with them and say, look, this is what's going on. I had a file open from over here, but I'm moving, and here's, whatever. I did that before I self doxed or any of that shit. Um, they tend to call you, which is why I'm shocked. But then again, I'm not shocked because it's Clearwater. And what really shocks me though is that it wasn't Clearwater Police; it was the fucking Pinellas County Sheriff's Department. I would think they would be a little more chill, but I don't know. Me personally, like I would. God, I can't believe I'm giving a good idea to a guy. Fuck, I hate this guy, and I hate to even give him any good ammunition. But if I'm Baked Alaska, I might be suing the sheriff's office right now. I mean, I'd be suing them for at least the fucking value of the door they kicked in. Um, and like that's the thing. It just fucking kills me to have to concede this to somebody. But Baked, if you ever see this clip, you should sue the Pinellas County Sheriffs. I mean, at the very least, for the price of the door, but also for, I don't know, fucking pain and suffering, psychological damage, PTSD, who knows? But, I mean, I don't know. That seems shitty. If cops kick in my door and I'm not doing anything, whether it ends peacefully or not, I'm suing them. That's just because it's already kind of been established. Like, a lot of law enforcement departments have been getting retrained, which is why swatting's not working as widely as it used to work. It may still work in some crazy cities where crime's over the top or anything, but uh, truth be told, they've slowed down on these no-knock warrants and shit because the lawsuits, it's costing them money. Like, it's costing them a lot of money to pay out lawsuits for kicking in doors and throwing flashbangs into houses on erroneous information. Like they're not. It's not the good old days where you could be like, my next door neighbor's a drug dealer, and I think he just shot somebody in his driveway. Like, you know what I mean? Um, oh my God, same people with the same. Yeah, that's right. ROTC did it right. That's because we've been around for fucking 5-6 years, and everyone knows us. We just decided while we're winning the game against everybody, we decided in the fucking fourth quarter with 2 minutes left on the clock to start doing college plays and getting ourselves fucking penalties and giving the ball up. Like, yeah, no, you're right. That makes total sense. We didn't do it back in the day when we were desperate and our numbers weren't there and we needed to. No. We waited till we got kind of established and have a good income and have a good Patreon and all this other shit. Yeah, exactly, Zach. And I'm just gonna decide out of the fucking blue. Why don't you tell me what really happened? It's just dumb. Like, let me tell you something. Ever since we started building the Patreon and every time, like we've made a couple of maneuvers in the past like year, 2 years, right? That really helped to graduate us to a new level, right? We're not making crazy money, but we're finally no longer like our show now does well enough that neither myself nor Royce need to be in the company of any friends or any family and feel inferior or feel like I'm sure anybody who's ever been in a creative thing has had that thing where your family like is like, dude, when I did stand up there was like 1 year, 2 years, there was 2 years there, right, where I actually made my living at stand up. 2007 and 2008, I didn't ask anybody for any money. I didn't need anything from anybody. I left the strip clubs and I was doing extra work, background acting, and hosting at this club every weekend. And then I was doing road gigs, right? And I made a living at it for a while. But when you're making a living at something, if it's like, if it's not, if there's no way to quantify it or measure it or show it off to people, everyone always thinks it's like a little fun thing you're doing. So like I would have family that would be like, "Oh, are you still doing your little entertainment business thing? That's cute," you know. There's other people that'll do that. They'll, oh, you know, and you know, Royce dealt with that on his end too. Um, Jerry G says, "Did you and Royce keep track of how long it took you guys to start making a living off ROTC after you started?" Yeah, of course. I mean, we could look back and figure it out. For me, but like I didn't start fixing my life until I started doing Nightwave. You know, truth be told, um, you know, a lot of the ROTC money gets tied up. It gets held up. Royce has been very smart with money, and he's managed to build a nest egg, a little war chest for us in case we ever really need to start. Which now we're doing that with YouTube, hiring lawyers and doing all this kind of shit. He's always put money off and not really paid us because he doesn't really need money. I kind of needed money, so I started doing Nightwave because we never, you know, the dumb thing to do with with a show like that is to build up a show and like let's say the Patreon makes 10,000 a month, right? Sorry, man, my cuticles are really bugging me. I gotta get a, you know, I've never considered it till now, but I'm gonna have to get a manicure or something, get a reset on my fingertips, because it's just annoying when you can feel like hangnails and shit. But anyway, I started doing Nightwave because if you're smart with your money, right? Let's say I don't know how much Dick Masterson makes. Let me look that up. I'll use Dick as an example.